Good day, everybody. Again, the hell trials are absolutely ongoing. Again, absolutely ongoing in testing the hearts. The MGM TV series from, if you have a Roku or any type of smart TV that gives that TV show MGM, not N, MGM is not an ending of it, but it has 4 series that it's not continued, but I've seen an advertisement of it that it does continue to like a new season. So they're going to come up with a new season to continue that last series. It's 4 series and about, different episodes, about 10, 15 episodes, if I'm not sure. Maybe 10, right? Of one series, 8 to 10. That's how it is on Netflix. But anyway, those who, again, are struggling emotionally, that are angry with whatever they deserve, as far as whatever you put into life is what you get out. And so you determine what you get by your thoughts. In attraction power, those who are angry is a clear testament of something gone wrong mentally. And so those who continue to discern that they are ignorant at the fact that no one should ever make them that angry about anything in life, if they have willpower to change their circumstances and not blame others for their willpower and their thoughts, then that accountability falls back on those adults that really have mental problems with attacking others. Of course, that should never be something that happens now in 789D. So those individuals that have that much of an anger, it's a personal issue. And so this is where God is giving us the trial of what I said yesterday outside on that video I put up 2 days ago, that we cannot have more expensed anger at that test in between seconds. And the rest of what we could do in the matrix that I'm able to describe was a brawl in New York City, and that brawl made whites attack blacks and vice versa. It was a racial brawl that was supposed to expense pent up angry energy, supervised to allow that to happen. And then we came back as a means of recalibrating and restarting after that pent up, suppressed just for wearing a mask in reality to get along and harboring ill-willed feelings about each other, that was supposed to suffice. So when we got back online to the naked eye, and the feeling and the insinuating of still harboring those emotions that I'm able to say freely I tested, then that's when I said whites gotta go. But it's not only a white thing, it's those who are prejudiced against whites as well that we are here to love, and that is the fact of it. I'm not gonna say that I can't die and energy can't die, and that that references to your soul and the energy at the core of being encased in skin at a level in the spiritual realm that is what you look like right here on the physical. So we're physical having a spiritual experience, meaning the spiritual is our permanence, and that's what we are here. It's a higher vibration that we're able to see ghosts. That's when I said in my apartment, it was scratching on, right? So we don't die, we shed the skin. But since we're 7D, Ebony, me speaking in the third person, is able to elaborate common sense. That I'm giving the tea about the test in the matrix, partial machine, that's a computer similar, of a holographic graphic, right? Graphs, right? Pictures, right? Biomechanical, meaning flesh and blood machine. So it's controlled by your willpower. So the matrix was meant to govern everybody with a Holocaust that I trusted family, and they tried to kill me, and they still try to do that for jealousy, envy, and hate and pain. It doesn't hurt to talk. It doesn't hurt to think. And so anybody that threatened by my good looks or my attitude of me being happy, being just me, has nothing to do with anybody's personal views and perspectives to try to hurt me and my family. No matter if we think God is God and all God's children align with God being God, so my children can't be less than, that's logically facts. If I'm God and I said it's not written in your law, ye are children of God and children of the highest, the most high means the most of whatever that highness is, then my children having all that power that I have would never be less than. That would not make any sense of any type of power at all. So fundamentally, when I describe this, Big Mamba woke up. That's that. And so the order of whatever is coded is in the language. I'm going to help those who need guidance during these hell trials, like in Twilight or right Hunger Games or Insurgent, those movies. If you have time in the leisure of every moment, look at it. This is where the heart is being tested. I said yesterday, walking across Brooklyn Bridge, just to give the testament, I'm in everybody's vessel, as the Most High showed me on 125th Street on Lenox. Right, he moved my right leg crossing over the street on the side of the CVS or the Walgreens or whatever that is right there across the street from Whole Foods. That was years ago. So I walked down yesterday, Flatbush Avenue, and told everybody, you feel those tingles in your body? That's Ebony's omnipresence as solar energy omnipresently tapped into you. Just to put that video out to let everybody know I'm not going to die by nobody telling me that I'm using right super consciousness and instant gratification is attributed to hurting Ebony. No, we want positive thinking, genuine, wanting to correct and then right their wrongs, right? Meaning like not to make their wrongs right, but to correct it sincerely, and wants a better community, right? A better world, a better, life on heaven on earth. We don't want fakers, ones who feel some type of way that I'm tapped into as the remote control of them, that when they want to speak with me, they have a snag on me stuttering. So that's why I kept saying I don't have a speech impediment. It comes across as crazy because it's them trying to interrupt me making the video to help those who do want to change and have a better eternal, if you want to, use that word, meaning all existing, never dying, energy can't die. And so those individuals, peoples that want to have a struggle in life to that degree are disrespectful and definitely nuts. And so they project that this remote control mouth is them speaking with me to snag on making me stutter. That proves I'm omnipresent, and they are my some of them are my children, right? So that's why we say unfamiliar, right? That root word is family, right? In Spanish we say familia, right? And so when you add unfamiliar, right, that means that they were family. All God's children are, right, of that offspring, right, of that offspring. So they're mocking facetiously and doing all this weird shit because they're angry. That's the testament. Anybody angry now is a clear incident of them not realizing it, not consciously, emotionally intelligent. And so they think that I'm angry. No, I'm serious in my messages to carry my voice, that it's not frustrating, but it's annoying that adults don't know how to get along. That's embarrassing. So everybody just watch, the movie, take it with a grain of salt. Don't get overly saturated in emotions about your family members. Because again, God said, you're going to have to leave them. If you gravitated towards them so much, you put them first, go where they are going, right? And it wouldn't be good if they don't love God, right? Gods and goddesses, right? God doesn't make less than. So we have a good day every day, walking and coasting on earth, and the Matrix and drones looking like they are trying to attack and they can't, right? That's the juju, right? Internally exploding, wanting to hurt, but they can't. And then that siphon thought that I take out their mind lets them focus on their own lives. Have a blessed day. We are protected if that's what we need to say. We don't get hurt by people who just are angry and jealous every day.